Hello everybody. Day 2 of Bellhopper's axe. Good to have you around. Okay, now she's working down. Starting to rub every place now. Check the other side. Yeah. That's better. It was only hitting here. Now it's starting to pick up this. And both sides. So I need to scrape this from here out the end and then lightly there. And here out the end. And a little bit here. Let's see, it's coming up on here too. Alright, be back. Okay, time for school. Bear with me here. I've got a real bad habit of putting the heads on too tight. Not leaving myself enough. They should go on, kind of slide on. They don't need to be driven hard on. So right at the end to fill in the gaps. But anyway, here's basics. This is that's an axe drift. And it's shaped first like a teardrop, upside down teardrop. When they're forging an axe, if you watch as many videos as I have on blacksmithing and axes and different things, when they're using this tool, you'll see them drive it from both sides. What they end up with is because the back is straight, it'll stay kind of back straight in here. And then when they drive in from the top, they go down to about that level. It's kind of depends on the head. I don't think they measured all that much. As long as it comes from both directions, what you end up with is a slight taper on the front, very slight, and a pretty straight in the back, because that's the line of your axe. Let's see if I can draw this the other way. Anyway, inside the axe is basically an hourglass shape. Measure at the top. This should be bigger than the bottom by a little bit, but since they're using the same drift, it's gonna be real close. So what I'm doing right now with that, I just showed you that picture of where it's starting to hit. It's hitting the bump right here. I guess by that, then it'll probably slide on down, but it'll loosen up here a little bit, which is fine because this is where your wedge goes. Clear as mud, eh? And I've destroyed several axe handles by putting them on too tight. That's the point I wanted to make. A little bit on the shape, eye, and then our subtle hourglass. You can feel it with your hand. It's kind of hard to see. Or looking at this the other way, it's a little bit like that in there. And then, of course, when the wedge opens up, it fills that. When it's loosened a little bit, it gives room for the wedge to come in and tighten that out to the head. I just wanted to say if you break an axe single bit, don't use it for a wedge, and don't use a single bit to drive steel wedges when you're splitting a log. There's a log. When you're splitting a log, what you do when you hammer on this when it doesn't have a handle in it, that's where I'm talking about using it as a wedge, you crumble the eye. Let me see if it's right here. I think I got one right here. How's that for a sample? Probably ruined because they've buckled this on the side by driving it with a sledgehammer. And I would imagine it didn't have any wood in it. And I don't know how many times they did that. They probably started about 1884 or something. This here's a little cool little thing. There's the right, they rolled the piece around flat, and then they took this is probably homemade. They probably took a farrier's rasp bear with me, and welded it in there for a cutting edge. Do you see that piece? I don't know if you can see that. Oh, here it is. This is better on this side. See that chip? This is down almost flat, and this comes up anyway. They wrap around a piece of carbon steel. The back end is softer than the cutting edge. Another reason why this is the way a lot of them look. This is kind of going over the deep end with that end. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that part, and back to hafting. Something like that. Getting tight here, so I'm going to scrape that off. And just sharpen my scraper. It's all plain iron. Some people say they like to watch me do this. I don't know what's. I think it was Pixel. I got this spoke shave, flat bottom spoke shave. I'll level things up. I trade off, use one tool and another. I got that sander, I could grind on it with that. And I have to sweep the floor. And what's happening here, from this point back, this is getting wider. I'm going to finish up. I want that head sitting about right here. So I got about another 3/4 or so to go. 7/8. Let's do something with this. A curved bottom spoke shave. It takes the big chunks off. I can feel that where it stopped right there. And then drop down below that. This is a piece of carbide rod. This isn't the way you do this. There's people that know what they're doing. I was going to send half of this to a friend of mine, but couldn't figure out how to cut it. Be right back. sanding block 80 grit.